beautiful magical creatures. Welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name's Amy, and I'm so glad to have you. I hope you're doing well. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, it's so good to have you. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel and becoming a member of my tribe. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, what's up? It's always so good to connect with your energy, and I really and truly appreciate you being here. Now, a little sidebar before we get started. I am going through the process of extracting all my teeth because they've been damaged due to autoimmune disease. So you may hear some weirdness in my speech and things like that. This is temporary because I'm going to be getting dentures pretty soon. So I just wanted you to kind of know what's going on with that. And keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings and sessions. All that information and my social media will be down in the description box below. So let's get into the tarot decks here that are the linking objects for this particular reading. Lilith has guided me towards the Anne Stokes Gothic Tarot. This is the Occult Tarot, and the third one's going to be the Goetia Tarot. I will insert a little video with some backing music so you can take a moment and see which one or which ones you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one, there's probably a message in more than one for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful magical creatures on the other side. Bye guys. that were drawn to the Ann Stokes Gothic Tarot. This is going to be your session, your reading with Lilith, with messages for you if you're going through a difficult time, or if you're hurting right now, if you're confused, those kind of things. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, it's so good to have you. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel. Okay, so it's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I'm going to be pulling, drawing cards as I go. So let's get into it. Let's see what's up for you guys. Okay, immediately I'm being drawn to the cards that tell me about the issues you may be facing. So we're going to do those first. These are oracle cards. We have the Mausolea Oracle and the Dark Mirror. All right. 3 cards. 3 cards for group 1. Wow, there is another card in here. Okay. Okay. 3 cards for group 1. 3. Tell me about group 1 situation, Mother. Ooh, I feel a lot of sorrow with you guys. A lot of sorrow. We have the Thinker, Father of Knowledge, Knowledge, Instruction, Reinvention. I think you're really in your head about something. You may be struggling with some mental health issues. Please seek help. I'm just a woman with a gift and I'm sharing it with you. Seek professional help. We have Author, the Champion of Avalon, Championship, Nobility, Self-Realization. You are on the road to this. You are on the road to being self-realized, to being more connected with the truth of you. And I feel like there's a strength rising in you. You may not feel it right now. You may feel like, you know, I feel defeated. But you're in your head about it. So you have to pull back and get some perspective on your situation. And we're going to get one more here. We have Abraham, Justice of Pandemonium, Justice, Truth, and Duty. Yeah, there's some truths about yourself that you need to deal with, okay? We have to walk into not just our light. Ascension isn't just about enlightenment. It's about the willingness to descend into our inner darkness and accept those darker aspects of ourselves that other people may find unacceptable. You may find something about yourself that you're struggling to accept. And it's time for you to have some compassion for where you are and what you've been through. I feel like you need to handle yourself with kid gloves. I'm literally seeing like lambskin gloves, like reaching out and like caressing your aura, giving you love. I'm feeling a loving rose quartz type energy. If you have rose quartz around you, or if you don't have any, you might look into getting some, because it will really help stimulate this self-love, this compassion for self. I think you are very selfless. You may have Leo, Libra, Cancer. I'm feeling Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn here, and Pisces. Some Gemini as well. I feel like you are very selfless. Aquarius, a lot of signs here. So you could have any of those anywhere in your chart, okay? This could also be someone around you who is, I feel like there's somebody around you who is, it's not like they're encouraging you to be in your head, but it's almost like a gateway. Like every time you talk to this person, or every time you look at what you perceive as maybe failure, or you're not as far as you think you should be, it kind of stimulates this self-sabotage. Now, I want you to know that many of you have learned self-sabotage for survival. Okay, this happens sometimes when we've been hurt over and over, when life has almost attacked us in brutal ways from being a child to now. And you may not have a lot of people in your life who you feel like you really vibe with, because you do feel different. And hey, you know, a lot of us feel different. A lot of us feel like the world isn't a safe place. There's something wrong with it, because there is. And, you know, it's a sign of intelligence to be able to see that and feel that. Many of you guys came into the world feeling this way, okay? Let's get some more energy on the table. I'm going to go into the Dark Mirror now. We're going to see what else you're dealing with, more information about what's going on for you. Okay. We have I Won't Cry for You. Okay, there's bitterness. There's somebody around you, and it could be the energy that kind of triggers this self-defeating attitude. It could be that it's someone who triggers the thought process of you never being able to accomplish, you never being able to get better, you never being able to rise, okay? And it's almost like that energy maybe that you grew up with. This could be a narcissistic mother, a narcissistic father, a narcissistic family member, but someone was very toxic. I feel like I feel like there was probably alcoholism in their family, or they're an alcoholic. There was some kind of toxic patterning that was happening within the generations for some of you, and it has reared its ugly head in your life. But I feel like, unlike the others, you are aware on some level that you are able to get a handle on it and move forward. And I feel like you're trying, whatever this is. But I feel like you're not getting a lot of compassion and love from the people around you. It's like the people who are supposed to love you are not stepping forward. They may be saying it's tough love, or this element within you that is different, maybe something that you have denied about yourself. They feel it energetically and it makes them uncomfortable. You may have Scorpio energy in like your Mercury or Mars, and it makes people nervous, okay? You could be a Scorpio rising. There's something about you that doesn't vibrate like they do, and it's a catalyst. And it's almost like, as you walk into the power and the truth of who you are, there are people close to you who, although the relationships may not be truly healthy, they are people you've depended upon to be connected with, to have connection. And some of those connections, they may leave. And I can tell you from my own personal experience that the people who are meant for you will find you. Your tribe will find you. Sometimes our family isn't by blood, but of spirit. But when we deny ourselves and don't walk into the truth and the power of ourselves, we don't allow the universe to catalyst those people to come forward, because all they're seeing is a mask. All they're seeing is the expectations you have fulfilled for other people. There's people pleasing here for some of you guys. Some of you guys are people pleasers, and some of you guys have thought, I've stopped people pleasing, but still on some level you're doing it. And because there is a hesitation to walk into this truth. And I'm hearing Lilith very loudly say, you need to claim your sovereignty. This is a message that's come forward to me in the last 3 days. You have to claim your human, your spiritual, your metaphysical, whatever you vibe with, your sovereignty. Okay, that is the key to your truth. It's a key to you bringing people to you. I feel like some of you guys are really, really lonely. Okay, I'm going to take this one, the temple of my body. You're probably working on healing your vessel. Maybe you struggle with an illness or a mental illness, a physical illness, an emotional illness. Please seek help. For some of you guys, there are trauma issues related to your body, and during this time, that's what you're healing, is this connection between your spiritual, mental, emotional space and your physical space. And some of you guys are trying to intellectualize this this process, and I'm going to tell you that doesn't speed it up. Okay, when you have issues with your vessel because of how you've been treated or how the world has treated you, however this is, it really is a spiritual and mental healing that takes place. And when we try to use logic a lot with this kind of situation, many times we imprint from what we've been taught from society, what we've been programmed since birth to believe, and it invades the healing space. So I'm not saying there's not value in logic. Absolutely, use your logical mind. If something doesn't make sense to you, then don't go there. But this level of healing really has to do with transcending the physical and understanding that your vessel, your body literally is a vessel of your light, a vessel of your darkness, a vessel, a tool for you to use in this reality. Okay, it's a ship. Ultimately, who you are is not tangible here. You can't touch it. You can't see it, but you can feel it. And many of you guys are going to start feeling that soul presence. You're going to start feeling the connection. And what happens is within your vessel, things begin to feel magical. Ordinary things like the wind on your skin, the laughter of a child, things like that start to take on a magical aspect because you have allowed room for wonder. You've allowed room to really explore your vessel and how it engages with your universe, how it engages with your reality. And you will find the joy in being human, being in the moment. Being caught up in your head many times is about what's going to happen, 10 days from now, 10 years from now, 10 months from now. What happened, last week, last year, 10 years ago. Many times when we're in our head, we are not in our moments. And I'm feeling very strongly that Lilith is really pinpointing for you guys. The breakthrough moment coming for you is when you choose to engage your moments. It doesn't mean you still don't have anxiety. It doesn't mean that you don't struggle. It doesn't mean that every moment's wonderful. But what it does mean is you start to connect good things with your vessel, experiencing pleasure, experiencing good food, good sex, things like that. Like understanding that the vessel isn't merely a place of oppression and a place of category and judgment. It's a place of exploring 3D. And that's why you're here, to explore 3D, to embrace each moment, to feel being human. And many of you have only felt the darkness. And darkness isn't bad. Darkness is, a key to growth, but it's important that you feel light. Light is as valuable as darkness. They are equally valuable. They work together to help you balance. When you start working your shadow with light, you start an ascension process. And ascension is ongoing. Ascension is when you discover new things about yourself. And in this case, it's going to be positive things. You're going to embrace your truth, which is the threshold you cross through when you can start really embracing your light. Okay? But you have to go down, as some may say, you have to go down to the ninth circle of hell and see the truth of you, see the monster in you, see all the darkness, and accept that that is part of the human condition. It doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you human, and you are human right now. You are experiencing being human in this life. You are God consciousness in a human vessel, in a biological suit. So let's get some more energy here. God, there's so much coming out for you. Okay. We have anger and chains. Yeah, and you're angry. A lot of this truth has to do with unresolved anger, unexpressed anger. And for you, it's important that you enjoy your moments. And when you get angry, hold space for your anger. Don't lash out. Don't react, but reflect. Explore your anger. Don't be afraid to explore it. Understand where it's coming from. Because many people say that anger turned inward can manifest as depression. And it's time for you to relieve yourself of this depressive, sad, sorrowful state. So we need to understand, what is the anger about? And anger itself is a journey. It's a pathway. It's a pathway to truth. And maybe you're denying, when we've had trauma in families, in family systems, it's very normal and average. And I hate to use it that way, but man, labels. For the family, even if you come forward, the family to deny it happened, it didn't happen that way. That is their own kind of disassociation from the truth. All right. And we have to stand in our power and our truth and not give way. Maybe you are one of those people that have tried to tell people, you've tried to come forward, and they have denied you. And the gateway for you is to stand in your truth, hold your boundaries, and understand your anger. Doesn't it make you angry that they would dare deny you the validation that this is true? Because on some level, they know it's true, but they can't face it. They're not where you are. Okay. And many of these people in your family are broken too. Many of us are fragmented by trauma. And it's, for some of you guys, it feels very generational. These are patterns within your family. And this anger is very old. It's an anger that's passed down by the chains of your family. And the chains are meant to enslave you to repression, to oppression, to keep you from seeing your inner light. Because that's how the program on this planet works. If you get really ignited within with a fire of your true light, man, you change things. You change reality. You change your life. You change your family. You become a massive healer. Because first, what you do is you heal yourself. And that is the path you're on, facing truth. And it doesn't matter who denies you. Your truth is your truth, and you have a right to express it. I'm not saying you have to go tell everybody, But what I'm saying is you have to accept that what happened to you really happened. Do not allow people to gaslight you. Do not allow people to continue to encourage you to live in a masked reality where you are disconnected. Because what happens is you stall out your healing of your vessel, okay? The truth of your vessel's experience is valid and valuable to your healing process. You cannot have one without the other. Okay, let's get going here. And I'm going to pull from the Anne Stokes Gothic Tarot. We're going to find out a little bit more. Okay, right away we're getting some cards. I'll show them to you in a minute. Okay. Oh, I'm going to get that one. It was already flipped, but we're going to go ahead and get... You know what? That was reversed. I'm going to keep it that way. Okay, we have the Five of Swords. And, okay, we might have two more. Okay. And we have one more. Okay, that's in reverse. Okay. All right, let me get a drink here. Okay, you guys. All right. Now, let me show you the cards we have. We have the Fool. I have, what does that say? The Four of Wands in reverse. No happy family time. Okay, it's all fake. We have the Moon in reverse. We have the Five of Swords. That's tough. That's really tough. We have the Chariot. The Hanged Man, and we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay, so there is an energy about you of remaining in a vulnerable situation with people who are supposed to love you. Happy family time isn't real. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Like what you're experiencing with your family, your friends, whoever this close group is. It could be people who, you know, I'm feeling family here. They put on a show, they put on a mask, and they expect you to play a role, and you are resisting that. Okay, you're resisting that. And I feel like you may have nightmares about what's happened to you. I feel like you're going through a really tough time. And I'm feeling a lot of sorrow like I did when I first connected with your energy. But you're a fighter with the Five of Swords. You're a fighter. And you have to decide. You have to make a choice here on whether you are going to go and do you, or you're going to continue to wear the mask. This is your choice. This is what everything is guiding you to. And I think as you connect with your anger, as you see that you have, if you stay where you are, your choices are going to be very, very limited in life because you have not allowed yourself to bloom. You haven't allowed yourself to grow. And you deserve that. Listen, you deserve the same reality that other people experience where they live in the truth of themselves out loud. Everyone doesn't have to like you. And as you let go of toxic people, other people will come forward for you. But you have to make room. And when you are in your head about what's happened to you, when people around you reject you, because when people don't believe you, they're rejecting you. They're denying you your justice. They're denying the truth of you. They may judge you for all the issues you may have. And I feel like it's almost like hypocritical because these people have the same problems. Some of these people have these problems undercover. Like you don't know. You don't know that they have some of these problems. For some of you, there is a, wow, I'm feeling this really strong. I'm feeling like there is a abuser of children, of our most vulnerable around you. And you're aware of it. And the problem is you keep feeling the energy from this person. And wow, this is really overwhelming. Every time you connect with this person, it's like your brain picks up on the energy, your soul picks up on the energy, and it's like you're re-traumatized. You're reminded, you're brought back to that moment of feeling powerless, feeling disconnected, feeling rejected by your family, feeling rejected by the world. And I feel like you are going to begin a new journey with a leap, with a decision that, you know, and I can really vibe with this because I got to a point in my life where I had to understand that people were going to judge me for who I was, regardless of whether I wore the mask or not. So you know what? I'm going to be who I am. And so That way I get to be healthy, and the people who judge can just keep on judging, because it really doesn't matter what others think of me. It really doesn't matter what others think of you, because as you move into the power of who you are, the people meant for you are going to come forward. They're going to support you. They're going to love you. They're going to love this difference about you. Some of you guys are really gifted, and it's being hidden behind this blocked state of staying in this mental plane. It's like you're overthinking your gifts. You're overthinking your life. And there's no judgment here. This is what we do when we're traumatized. This is what a traumatized brain does. I feel like sleep is really important for you guys. You guys need to get some sleep. You need to make time for naps. You need to get more rest. And it's interesting because I saw on TikTok the other day a guy talking about what happens when we sleep. And you know, the mushy parts of our brain that are folded, when we're sleeping, those kind of expand, and all the waste from our brain gets washed away and moved up and down. Well, the spinal column fluid moves up, washes it away, and then it moves down. And which reminds me of Kundalini energy, spiritual energy. But anyway, so sleep is going to really help you get control of your mental space. Also, start a dream journal. I feel like, especially with the moon in reverse, I just feel like Pisces energy here. I'm just feeling like there's a disconnect right now, maybe with spirit, where you're not hearing as clearly because it's coming through your filter, and you need to work on clearing your mental space. So clear your energy, get lots of sleep, drink lots of water, and if you can, stay away from this triggering person, because I feel like this person has like hate energy. It's almost like they hate who you've become. And it's really painful for me to have to say that, because it feels inappropriate. It feels like somebody hating on a family member or somebody who feels like family because of things that they've done, because they're so injured, they're so fragmented, they're so traumatized. And they can't really see that because they themselves is traumatized. It doesn't make it okay. I'm just telling you what is happening so you can understand it. And sometimes when we can understand this kind of thing, it helps us kind of move into a place of healing where we can work on ourselves. We can release the judgment, because they know, you know, that they're coming from a place where they're judging themselves. They're in denial of self. And I tell you, nothing good comes from denial of self. Toxicity comes from that. Okay? All right, let's get a few more messages for you guys. Any more messages for group 1? Lilith, any more messages? Okay, we have strategy. Okay, you need to be more strategic with your energy. You need to think more about where you place your energy, where you place your thoughts. Ask for awareness. Ask for your guides, Lilith, whoever you vibe with, to give you awareness of your thoughts, where they're coming from. And a lot of them you'll find are coming from old programming, childhood trauma, abuse, things like that. It's a repeated tape that's running in your brain. And when we're children and we're traumatized, many times we're powerfully implanted with these ideas about ourselves. And as adults, many times we have to learn to mother ourselves. We have to learn to take care of ourselves. And I feel like part of that is learning this, learning how to filter your thoughts, learning how to clear your mind, learning how to calm yourself, to comfort yourself. That's part of the healing journey. And you just need to be more strategic. I feel like this energy of Athena is like, okay, I feel it. And you see how the spear is in front of her? Protect your energy. You can use salt, there's sage, there's all kinds of things you can do. So, and I'm not really going to get into the details of that today, but protect yourself. And then when you are protected and you've cleared your energy, then see how you feel. See what comes forward. Write down the truths that come forward. Ask spirit, ask your guides to come through your dream state to help you understand what's going on in your particular situation. Okay? That's so weird. That card came out of my Halloween deck. That's so weird. I don't know where that came from. Okay. That happens sometimes. Ooh, okay. We got a few more cards here. We have control. Okay, it's really important for you to get clarity and control of your mental space. It's a message that's coming through very, very clearly. Some of you guys may need to get some help with your mental health. Please go seek it. There's also this energy around you of the controlling person who's trying to keep you where you are. And sometimes, you know, this may be someone who you cut off, but the impression, the programs continue to run. We have the veil, the future. Okay, you're leaping towards your future. That's the new beginning. But before we can leap towards the future, we have to accept where we are, who we are, and the truth of ourselves, okay? We have joy. Joy is coming, and let's see, synergy. What is this? Sweetness and synergy. So you're moving into a time, I'm hearing like a time that's sweet like honey. You're going to move into a time where you love and appreciate yourself more. You're able to relax and connect with the joyful moments. On this joy card, look how this feminine energy is so connected with wonder. And it's almost like she's living in the light and truth of herself. And that's energy, not gender. It's like she's embracing the moment. She's standing here embracing the light within, the light around her, the light of being human as well. We often talk about the primal aspects of being human, but there is definitely a light aspect of being human. It's about love, and you can't truly love another until you love and embrace yourself. So move towards this. And part of you move, and it's complicated for you, but part of moving towards this energy is acceptance of who you really are. And that what happened to you, happened to you. It doesn't matter who believes it or not anymore. What matters is that you own it and you know who you are. Okay? All right, group one, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a most beautiful day, and I'll see you beautiful magical creatures next time. Bye guys. Hey group two, all of you that selected the Occult Tarot, this is going to be your message from Lilith about what you're going through. And I'm feeling her energy come through very strongly. She had me go get one of my black mirrors for you guys. So there's going to be some scrying and visionary connections here as well. I'm not really sure what's going to come forward, but I feel like her energy coming into my consciousness. So we're going to see what happens. Now, keep in mind, this is a general reading. This is a general session. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings. I don't really bring this session up much, but for you guys in particular, I'm being guided to bring up the Oracle of Lilith session. This is a very special session where I commune with Lilith. I bring forward our soul bond, our soul braiding energy, and she guides you through the reality. She brings forth many rituals and ideas and ways to heal and ways to catalyst yourself for change. Sometimes she goes into past lives and future lives and things like that. It's a very multi-dimensional experience. So if you guys feel guided to that, I offer it, and all that information's down below. And you can reach me at the email down there as well. So let's go ahead and get into your energy. This feels like a very magical group. And I feel like okay, here, I'm feeling her energy come forward. I'm feeling her energy come forward. I'm seeing her form. She is in her draconic form, which is a very powerful energy. She uses this energy when she comes forward to empower people. I see her in different forms. She presents herself in different forms to different people. The dragon energy is powerful. It's profound. It's mystical. It's multidimensional. And let's see what comes out in the cards here, because there's just a lot. I don't know if you guys can feel it during this reading. There is an energy exchange going on as I go through this particular group, and I just want to put that forward. And if you don't consent to that, then this is not going to be your reading. Okay. All right. So I'm being guided to the dark mirror. Okay. All right. No. Okay. We are going to go into your Akashic records. I feel like this is going to be an Akashic records reading. We're going to look into them and see what's going on for you. The Dark Mother approaches. I'm feeling a deep connection with the Library of Alexandria that many, we have been told that it was burned to the ground. and all of the information was lost. That's not true. The information, much of the information wasn't in a place they're going to tell you about. No, not at all. And a lot of it is at the Vatican, being held in the basement. So there you go. Yeah, power and control here. I feel like you're here to rise above oppression. You're here to help heal the collective. Your call is big. Your call is a big foundation. You've been doing this for lifetimes. Many of you, you know it. You can feel it. You know that's why you're going through the stuff you're going through. I'm going to get as many cards as I need. Okay, and we're going to get one more. All right. You're very powerful. You're much more powerful than you give yourself credit for. That's why you're drawn to the occult tarot. There are sigils within this tarot deck that if you are aligned with that, they will activate as you go through this deck, okay? So we're putting that energy of activation into the deck, just so you know. If you don't align with that, then you'll need to pick another group, okay? We have the Seven of Scrolls. We have the Muse. This is beautiful energy. The Oracle of Delphi. There you are. There you are. Apollo has been coming through. I've had last night, he actually kind of manifested. Not kind of, he did. He manifested over this, this reading table. So you may align with being an Oracle of Apollo, an Oracle of Delphi. Many of you have a past life in Greece. And for some of you guys, your knowledge, your teachings are in history books. Your teaching, they don't give us all of it, you know. They cut some of that shit out. But most of your teachings, and this is not all of you, but some of you know, is in books or in philosophy books. For some of you, the knowledge was hidden and put into the Library of Alexandria that they conveniently burned to the ground. You don't really think that was burned on accident, and you don't really think they kept everything there, do you? History is not what it appears to be. And there is a movement throughout humanity to keep you locked in ignorance of who you really are. Listen, the governments know that multidimensional reality is true. And time, this linear time, is a program. It's not real, okay? All right, let's keep going here. And we have the Karmic Trench. That's where you're at. These four cards represent the energy you are in currently. And I'm seeing the library. I'm seeing the Akashic Library. And for many people in our human consciousness, the Library of Alexandria represents a material manifestation of the Akashic records, okay? But there's a lot about the Library of Alexandria that's not understood and not being told. So, but as I enter the area of the Akashic Library where your records are being taken, I'm getting a lot of just electricity from you, because you're powerful. And it's kind of shocking. I'm always shocked when I feel this kind of energy. And, you know, I will tell you that I have been in denial of the truth of myself all my life, okay? Because I know for those of you who resonate with this, you're reluctant to walk into this mastery energy that you have, because there's a heavy yoke that comes with it, a heavy burden. And it's like you feel, some of you guys feel like you have to be perfect or whatnot to do this work. And let me tell you, there is balance and power in accepting the fact that you are not perfect. You do not have to be perfect to teach people. That's a lie. That is a lie. In fact, you're more effective of a teacher if there are some things about you that are imperfect. Okay, because that means the people that you're teaching have to walk through the gateway of imperfection. They have to see your light in your darkness. And because of that, they get to see the opposite. I'm seeing like a mirror in Lilith's cave open for me. And I'm getting, this is a collective mirror for group 2. It is said by legend, and I didn't know this for a very long time, that Lilith has a mirror in her cave for every one of her children. And she has different kinds of mirrors. And this is a collective mirror. It is a black portal mirror, and there is silver around it, which is the mouth of a dragon. Okay. And I feel like that's the power. That's the power that's being activated within you. A dragon doesn't apologize for being a dragon. Okay. They just are. and they're wise. They are older. This dragon energy is like Tiamat energy. This is older than our reality. It's older than our universe. That's how old you are. Okay? And old is a state of being, all right? Old is linear, and that doesn't even really reflect the energy I'm getting for this part of the collective. You are beyond age. You are ageless. You are timeless. Many of you guys have spent time in the abyss alone because it's overwhelming to deal with humanity on a massive scale. And I feel like your energy communicates to masses, not just to certain people. And you guys may be walking through a gateway where those people are starting to come to you and you feel the responsibility. You know, it's said that true masters, true ascended masters, they don't just grab the yoke of helping people get through tough times and being a spiritual leader. They accept the yoke and understand the weight of it. And I think you do. And I think that's why you kind of live in this space of like, I can't do that. How can I be responsible for that? Well, let me tell you something, because there are people here that are more than willing to take up that yoke, and they mislead and misguide people, and they use them. They spiritually abuse them. And you and I know they do this, but they are not aware they're being spiritually abused. They aren't aware that they're being spiritually taken advantage of. This is another kind of trauma. Many of you guys may feel trauma in relation to religion or spirituality. And the truth is, yes, that's the programming. That's what's happening. You are aware because you have this ascended aspect of yourself that is wise and fierce and bold. That's what a dragon is. And I feel like each of you have your own kingdom. Each of you have your own group of people who are coming to you. And, you know, it doesn't mean they're going to come tomorrow. This is a process. You grow into this, and that's what's happening here. With the Muse card, I'm feeling that there is a lot of inspiration and ideas. Spirit is really communicating with you on different pathways and how to align with them, how to heal yourself, how to maneuver the world, how to maneuver through this 3D matrix that right now is ascending, but it's very dense because, as you know this, as you start to ascend, all those blocks, all that dense energy bubbles to the surface. That's what's happening in mass in humanity. That's why we're getting kind of the weird stuff that's going on with the social distancing that happened, you know, a couple of years ago, and many of us are still doing it. I've been doing it since I got sick, which was like 2012. So, but that's coming forward. Then we have the violence. We have acts of oppression. We have laws being passed that are meant to restrict humanity even more. And what's interesting is the powers that be, let's call them that you and I are probably aware of, but the general public is not aware of, is they don't understand that they continue to hammer on humanity. They're catalyzing this change, this rebirth, this ascension of humanity and Gaia by doing that. They can't stop it. And so their answer is, well, we're just going to hammer them with more restriction. We're going to bring out more fear, because many of them are feeding off the fear. They're feeding off the misery. So they continue to compress 3D energy and make it more dense. You are here. I'm seeing like you bursting into light and just throwing off the shackles, being free, being liberated, speaking your truth, irregardless of how people feel about it. Because if you upset people, there's probably a reason. People being upset and uncomfortable around you is them catalyzing. You will have people who absolutely vibe with you. They're your people. They're your tribe. Lilith wants you to know that you are supported through this, okay? You will be supported by positive people, people who see what you're trying to do. They understand the balance of your dark and light. What is a dragon without fire? Okay? Let's keep going here. We have the Queen of Scrolls. Okay, I'm feeling messages coming forward. Like you are moving into a place where you're going to be receiving messages. Some of you guys need to write. You need to communicate. You need to make videos, whatever this is. I feel there are writers here, and some of you guys want to write stories that will be made into like entertainment. You can teach through entertainment. You can teach through music. You can teach through any medium. Okay, you can teach with how you manage a business. The things you create can be teaching, you know. It's different for everyone. Creation is not just one thing. It's not just sitting down and doing art. Okay, creation is everything a human puts into 3D, comes and is rooted from creation, be it creation through toxicity, creation through expression of pain, creation through joy, creation through expression of joy. So it really is a human experience to be creative. We're here to create, and you know that. I think many of you know that. We have the Akashic Library. Yes, many of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about with the Akashic Library. You've dreamed about it. You've been about it. Some of you guys in your past life, you worked in the Akashic Library, and that was part of your, and I'm feeling a multidimensional life, so it may not be linear. Some of you guys are keepers of the library. You're keepers of forbidden knowledge, okay? And many of you guys are going to walk through a portal, a doorway, and I feel like a book is opening, a book of remembrance. You may see symbols in these books. I'm seeing many different symbols. These are occult symbols, and I feel like you guys need to practice some automatic writing and allow symbols to come through your expression, okay? Those symbols are going to be sigils to help activate you. There are activating sigils coming forward. Now, for some of you guys, there'll be sigils you see. There'll be symbols. There'll be magical symbols. These could be runes as well. It's going to be different for different people. So just be open to the difference that you all are. We have two worlds, okay? I do not get this card very much. And I'm feeling like there is an energy uniting within you of the in-between and 3D. For many of you guys, you're going to be moving into ascended energy. You're going to be ascending into a state where you are in between 3D and 5D, okay? You kind of surf the edge, and not just everyone can do this. Eventually everyone can, but right now not everyone can do it because it's relatively new for the world. Many of you guys did this in past lives. Like you were already treading that line between what is to come, what was, and what is a completely different timeline. For many of you guys, when you do this, you are jumping a timeline. Many of us in the next 5 months will be further jumping timelines. And what I'm seeing is, and I've seen this in another reading, where the timeline is condensed like Tetris blocks into one column, like Jenga. There are offshoots, but every offshoot is going to lead to the same place, okay? It's just a different experience of how you get here or how you get there. And I feel like you guys just be open to where your heart guides you. What is meaningful for you? What sets your soul on fire? What makes you excited to be alive? And for many of you, it's hidden, occult, mystical things. Some of those things have been forbidden to you by family, friends, and social conditioning. And there's something very powerful about walking through the portal of that forbidden thing. I'm not talking about anti-life here. I'm not talking about hurtful things to other people. I'm talking about being willing to look at yourself in the mirror, seeing your hidden aspects, those parts of yourself that may be unacceptable, as powerful strengths. They are not weaknesses. These are hidden strengths. I feel like for you guys were placed in certain parts of our collective, in certain places in the world, to catalyst this powerful change. Many of you are angelic frequencies, and everyone thinks angels are like these white dudes, white chicks. It's not energy, it's gender, with like blonde hair and a halo, and it's all very, whitewashed and presentable, acceptable, it's not unnerving. Real angelic energy is terrifying. It's scary. This is consciousness. This is our God consciousness in massive detail, not human form. And many times they have eyes all over them. They're very large. They can be extremely large and overwhelming. They can be as big as universes. Like, this is huge energy. And on some level, you know that, okay? Let's keep going here. We have in crescent moon. Look at that energy. There is something that you're going to be working on. This is a project of love. Okay, for some of you guys, this is art. This is literally like a sculpture. It's literally this card. For others, this is a project or something that you feel guided to, but you're not sure anybody will respond. Here's the thing, and I want to say here's the thing, Plato. So maybe one of you guys is Plato, or you were in you had something to do with the Platonic symposium or Platonic thought in a past life. I feel a lot of you guys have philosopher energy. Some of you guys were worked with Socrates. Some of you guys worked with Hypatia. You know, there's all kinds of different energy, Apollo as well. And I'm just feeling like for some of you guys, when you see certain sculptures, it's going to activate you. Different god forms. For some of you guys, this is Hades and Persephone. But I'm seeing like, if you're being guided to like look at different Greek art, Roman art, Egyptian art, I'm also getting like Mesopotamian, Sumerian art. Give yourself space to do that, and just, you know, do it on the computer. Just look, watch videos about the different timelines of what they're telling us that happened, and see how you feel. Some of you guys need to look into the frequencies of the pyramids, and they are finding, well, they're telling us they just found many of these pyramids all over the world. So I feel like for some of you guys, there's also an artistic thing. There's some kind of project, business, something that's going to affect other people on a pretty big scale. And Plato, I'm still going back to that, you guys. Just know that, you know, what you do now will be here for future generations. Sorry, my teeth here. We have the sands of time. And, you know, I'm feeling like you're just manifesting a new timeline. You're manifesting a timeline where you're going to be able to affect people in a positive way. And for some of you guys, it's through your art, but you need to connect with the artistic self. For many of you guys, you were an artist. You were a sculptor. A lot of you guys were sculptors, artists or writers, scholars, scribes, that kind of thing. And you feel guided to kind of bring through the ancient past, the ancient teachings forward. For some of you guys, this goes it's linear. It goes way back. It goes way back to, like, we're talking about Mu, the land of Mu, the Hyperboreans, Pangea, things like that. They're not telling us all of history. You know that, right? Of course you do. Of course you do. So let's get one more card here. I'm being guided to this Witch's Oracle. Tell me more. Okay, we're going to talk about practices here. This one. We have Sex Witch, Love, Lust, and Boundaries. For some of you guys, you're gifted in sex magic. Okay, you're gifted in using the power of love as well. And I feel like you need to set up healthy boundaries in your life, and especially with people who have violated your will. And I'm hearing, like, from Lilith, go where your heart lusts for. What do you lust for? What do you want? When we connect with that want, with that lust, it lights a fire. That fire can be used for enlightenment. It can be used to help fire that dragon. It's like the fire of the dragon gets awakened, and they're just lighting up their reality with their vitality. For many of you guys, you need to have a healthier relationship with your sexuality. You need to understand that it's part of your human and spiritual, emotional, intellectual expression, you know. And if you're different, oh well, aren't we all different? Who has the same sexuality? We're all complicated creatures, okay? So don't allow the judgments of others to subdue this part of you. I feel like a lot of you guys have that energy about you. You're very attractive, and what you don't understand, many of you, is that attractive part of you, that part that makes people like drawn to you, radiate to you. I feel like you radiate this powerful magnetism. How you look, you're bringing them forward to help guide them. There's a deeper meaning beyond how you look. So you need to embrace your vessel and understand that you were born looking this way, your body, whatever, because it's a gift. It's a gift that helps you attract people, places, and things to you. So don't suppress it. Don't suppress yourself, okay? It's really important. We have Pop Culture Witch, Entertainment, Nostalgia, and Fame. Okay, I do not get this very often, okay? But I feel like some of you guys are on the pathway to just being well-known. And this could be well-known in a particular group of people. It could be being a leader. It could be being famous. And Lilith, okay, some of you guys already are, and you're watching my video. Hi. How are you? I hope you're doing well, and I hope things are going well for you, and I hope you find value here. For others of you, this is a pathway that you're opening up where you're going to be known. If you're online, you're going to pop. You know, if you're going to write a book, it's going to pop. It's going to pop to the right people. It may not pop how you want it to exactly, but no, there is a higher wisdom at play here, okay? The dragon is your higher self. And that fire is this creation that you're birthing into the universe, okay? That fire will ignite and catalyst people around you. So it's so important that you listen to your guidance and you go where you want to go. Stop repressing and oppressing yourself. Express yourself. Humanity needs you. I almost feel like I'm going to cry. Humanity needs you to express the things that come through your spiritual portal, okay? It's very important. Sigil Witch. Weaving number symbols. Okay, again, I mentioned this earlier. There are going to be signs and symbols for you. And for some of you guys, you just need to open up your artistic expression, allow spirit to move through you. Some call it automatic writing, but allow the art, whatever it is, allow the creation, whatever it is, to just flow. Don't turn on your filter, turn it off, release it, and just do the creative thing. You can judge it later. You can edit it later. But right now, you just allow space for the flow, okay? If you're a writer, you just need to start writing. It doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. It doesn't matter if you spelled it right or the grammar's right. You get the idea on paper, because just the idea of starting a canvas, starting writing, starting music, that kind of thing, it begins to birth that energy. Now, you have to continue to feed it or it will dissipate. But the moment that you really start to create and create from your higher draconic, higher self, you will see that light just bursts into your life. Things begin to align because you're doing what you're here to do. Okay? All right, group 2, that's what came through for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you. May the blessings of Lilith be upon you, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that were drawn to the Goetia Tarot, this is going to be your message from Lilith. Many of you guys may be going through a lot. You may be hurting right now, and she wants to come forward and give you guys a message. Now, I keep getting darklings, like you are the darklings. You are the dark soul. You are the one who probably vibes with darker imagery, and it just speaks to your soul at a very deep level. You're a deep person. You probably are an occultist, or work magic, or are a witch, or have some kind of connection to spirit or the other side that is not like the others. I'm hearing her say to me, you are not like the others, and that's okay. Humanity needs us right now because we need to expand human consciousness, and it's not all rainbows and butterflies, right? Healing is it can be brutal, and many of you guys are going through a big, brutal battle for healing, for awareness, and to go to the next level. Many of you guys are gifted. You have extremely talented and gifted magical abilities. Some of you guys are master manifestors. And what I'm getting for you guys in particular is that one of the ways you're going to heal is through a loving connection with another. So for some of you guys, you're with your, oh man, I hate labels, but like your twin, your soulmate, your twin flame, your divine counterpart, your important soulmate. All soulmates are important, you know, and, you know, not everybody's a twin. Not everybody vibes with twin energy, and, you know, it can be toxic. So I always kind of hesitate to use that terminology, but it's the one we have, you know, so take what resonates here. All right. And leave the rest behind. I'm going to start off for you guys drawing tarot. Okay. So tell me more. Let's get into this energy for group 3. Yeah, I feel like you guys are just really different. You vibe different, and I think a lot of you guys have felt like you had to hide it. This is from a past life where you were punished for being different. Wow, all these cards fell out, and I feel guided to take them. So that's what we're going to do. I feel like a lot of you guys were probably ostracized, labeled a heretic, labeled a witch. Some of you guys were falsely burned at the stake. You were falsely tormented by inquisitors. And some of you guys were actually in like covens, and, you know, you had to tell. Someone had a tell, someone told, someone betrayed the coven, you know. But I think for you guys, you kept your mouth shut if that's the case. For others, I feel like you have just been put upon, oppressed. You may be part of a group of particular people who are oppressed by society, and you probably were oppressed from childhood. You were probably victimized. For some of you guys, you've been like emotionally tormented and tortured by people who love you. Those thoughts may still ring true. For some of you guys, you have had issues with, you know, violence being put upon you by complete strangers. And let's get into the cards here. Okay, we have the 9 of Cups. I want to show that to you. I love these cards. They really speak to me personally. So, and we have the 3 of Pentacles. The Fool. Ah, what a gift. What a gift. What a gift. We have the Hierophant. Yeah, for some of you guys, you may be with your person and you're thinking about marriage or a long-term situation. For some of you guys, this is someone that you're going to spend a long time with, or you're going to marry, or do a hand fasting, or do a soul bonding, some kind of deeper level of connection. Many of you guys are already connected to this person, or if you're with the person, you guys have a kind of psychic connection that it's hard to explain and hard to understand, but it's okay. It's all right. We have the 3 of Swords, that heartbreak. Yeah, I feel that fear. And we have the Star, okay? So I feel like for you guys, this heartbreak, man, it's intense. I feel like you've just been betrayed, and that betrayal has been in past lives as well. I feel like you have really, I'm looking for some cards here. You have really transcended this energy. I feel like in past lives, you were betrayed. You were betrayed an awful lot. And because of that, it's been very hard and very difficult for you to trust in this life, because I think it continued. I think you have been real and genuine with people, and other people have not been with you. Okay. Some of you guys have had a divorce, or you're moving towards a divorce. And Lilith wants you to know that that person was there for a reason. It was an important and vital soul connection for you guys to grow and move into the truth of who you are and be happy and attract or be with this person who's very healing for you. And they're healing on a cellular level. They're healing on a spiritual, mental, and intellectual level. This is depth. This is probably a deeper relationship than you've ever experienced. And some of you guys may try to walk away from it because it may make you afraid. It may activate some fear of someone seeing who you truly are. Maybe you've, you know, this aspect of yourself, maybe you've hidden this darker aspect, and this person is dark like you. Okay, they're another darkling, all right? They vibe with dark energy because they understand that dark energy is the very root of creation. We all come from the darkness. Light is a manifestation of darkness, okay? And you understand that. And I'm not talking darkness as an anti-life energy. I'm talking darkness as in frequency, as in hidden, as in deeper, as in beneath the surface. I think you've dealt with some shallow people and you have felt very judged. Maybe you've been judged on your appearance, judged on, you know, your vibe, and because of that, you're guarded. And you know, this 3 of Swords energy is very difficult to get out of. You know, it is a repetitive betrayal, repetitive people who have taken advantage of your good nature. I think you're a very good-natured person, and I think some of you guys feel like you've been in love before, but this is different. This is a different kind of love. It's a love that you may struggle to understand. And what I'm hearing from Lilith is release the need to understand it. Accept it as the gift, okay? You're getting a gift from the universe. This person will help empower you. You will grow more comfortable with who you are. You will be able to speak strongly into the world, the things you want to manifest. Some of you guys may become teachers and help other people do this as well. So let's get into this. I'm being guided to these Occult Tarot. Tell me more about this situation. We have the Architect. Okay, I'm going to get 4. We have the Scribe. Wow, lots of creative energy here. Many of you guys have like scripted out what you want in a person or what you want to manifest. If you haven't, you need to. Uriel and the Sphinx, past life energy here, or multidimensional energy for some of you guys, the bird's nest. Okay. So this is the energy I'm feeling like you're in right now. You're healing this energy of destruction that many of you guys have felt in your life. And I feel like this has come through from past lives as well. For some of you guys, you were architects in a past life, definitely. Many of you guys worked on the Sphinx before it was a Sphinx. You worked on the pyramids before they were the pyramids. You worked on, I'm seeing like South America. I'm seeing a big, huge metropolis of pyramids in the middle of the Amazon, or yeah, I'm feeling like this big energy, like you help build those or help sculpt those. For some of you guys, you're drawn, or you might look into, and I'm going to mispronounce this, so forgive me, but Quetzalcoatl, the serpent, the dragon of the Mayans, I believe. For some of you guys, you help build like Stonehenge or Stonehenge-like monuments, or there are some stones in France that are on a what do they call that line? A ley line. And they're very active. There's energy that comes from it. And you understand that on another level, ley line energy, and how to use that energy to help you manifest. Many of you guys just need to remember it. Okay. You need to bring that gift forward from the past. It's how you were able to build these really powerful archetype type buildings and architecture. Okay. And some of you guys were writers, you were scribes. Many of you guys scribed or translated the oracle utterings. Okay. Which gets you into kind of a weird place, because many scribes had to be politically motivated to survive. Because if you translated the oracle in a way that wasn't pleasing to the king or the Caesar or the Pharaoh or whoever this is, the Khan, you would be killed. You know, you wouldn't be embraced. So it's a place where maybe you had to betray yourself a little bit to stay alive, to stay vibrant. And I feel like some of you guys, this energy that's coming in from past life energy is someone you worked with. Some of you guys are the scribes. Some of you guys are the oracle, and you guys are coming together in this lifetime, okay, to make it, to repair, to heal. And this person, the scribe, will bring out the truth of the oracle, and the oracle will bring out the truth of the scribe. Okay. If you feel guided to the architecture, specifically that temple, pyramid architecture, ancient architecture, I feel like you had someone who was like the architect who designed, and then you had the person who built it, who brought it forward. Now, this could be in the form of a king, a queen, a pharaoh, a feminine pharaoh, a masculine pharaoh. This could be in the form of a Caesar who was controlled by a feminine energy, or something like that. So take what resonates here. But basically, you guys are coming together to help each other manifest through the portal of becoming one. Okay. It's very powerful, and it's not this whole concept of you're missing pieces. No, you guys are whole on your own. Okay. This isn't a situation where, you know, you're both in toxic places dealing with your energy. You guys have gone through it. And I'm not saying you won't have difficulty with, all relationships have difficulty, but in the end, there's true love here. There's connection that goes beyond human love. Okay. Some of you guys have an awareness of being in another dimension with this person, and maybe visiting with them, or actually being in one body, which is a whole other thing. And so I think you guys send each other messages, even if you don't know it. Okay. Even if you don't know it, are aware of it, or don't know them. And you can do that because you shared the same space in another dimension. Okay. You're connected still in that other dimensional space. Okay. Many of you guys, you need to meditate and bring an image of you being in one body with this person. Okay. For some of you, you just use the alchemical symbol of the two-headed being, the being with two heads and one body. I'm seeing that image. Some of you guys are alchemists, and you need to look into alchemy. That's how you were able to bring forward this energy. Some of you guys were literally alchemists, and you worked in potions, you worked in herbalism, and you were inspiration for the buildings and the temples. Maybe temples were built for you because you were such a powerful priestess, priest, leader, healer, prophet, prophetess, whatever this is. Okay. a lot of inspiration. And for some of you, you're going to inspire other people to be creative with the truth that you bring forward. So it's different for different people. Let's continue to get some more energy here. Okay. 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 All right. So look out. This ascended energy is coming for you guys. You guys who don't know who this person is, they're coming, okay? They may have a more angelic frequency. And I told group 2 this. I'm going to tell you this. You know, angels aren't just little, you know, happy babies or, you know, these white people with blonde hair and a halo wearing a white robe, okay? That's a very sanitized version of an angel. Angels can be absolutely terrifying. I've seen them since I was a child. I've seen them in my mind's eye. I've seen them in dreams. They've appeared in kind of a apparition kind of thing. But they're always terrifying to me because there are eyes all over them. They don't look like any way I can explain it. And I feel like the Goetia art, the Goetia symbolism kind of captures that, okay? It captures that image, that imagery. I'm feeling like for some of you guys, Enochian magic, Enochian language might be very useful for you. You may not vibe with Enochian vibe, but the actual written part of it may inspire you to kind of connect more with this like scribe energy that brings through unusual ideas, places, and things. You may form your own magical writing. For some of you guys, I'm feeling guided for you to write your manifestations in a type of magical code, maybe a type that only you understand, that's meaningful for you, okay? But look out, because I feel like things are about to change for you guys. And it's good. It's all very good. We have the Queen of Forces. This card for me is about mastery. It's about balance. The light and the darkness coming together within the human form. You understanding who you were and who you will be. You understanding your multidimensional layers of self. You understanding the way this reality works and how powerful each human being is. You know that some humans were born without souls, and in order for them to find souls, they have to work really, really hard. For others of us, we've been born with souls, and we're aware that this place is not what it appears. And we've been put here in particular places to awaken the collective, to awaken the deep sleepers, the NPCs who don't seem to have anything going on. And some of those people will stay asleep because they're here to run the program. But some of those NPCs are not like the others. They have potential for waking up. And we want to do that. We want to wake up everyone to being free as possible. I saw that movie Free Guy. You guys might watch that Free Guy movie. It's pretty good. And it kind of talks about this. It talks about the impossible. The person or being who could never wake up, waking up. Okay, to reality. And that takes a lot of power. It takes a lot of strength. I'm seeing a dragon here. Number 2 had a dragon image in it as well. And I'm just feeling like for you guys that there's a power coming forward that's going to help you balance and understand more of why you're here. It will help you focus on the work you're doing. It will help you not care what other people think of your work. This person who is either in your energy right now or coming, or you're with them, they are coming forward, and they'll come forward at a certain time to help you activate into this energy. For others, you're with this person and this is an ongoing process. And in dream time, you're actually communicating with each other. You're actually probably going to that other dimensional place where manifestation happens, where conversations that are above human take place, energy exchanges above human take place. I feel like a lot of you have ascended energies around you who are sending you energy of nurture, compassion, and healing so that you can heal more rapidly. For some of you guys, this lookout is going to really start picking up because you're going to be healing massively and deeply very quickly. It's a very quick ascension for you guys because you're being activated to go into your life purpose and go into what that thing is that you came here to do. Okay, so it's really important that you stay open to people, places, and things. I'm getting guided to get some love cards for you. Okay, tell me more about this connection, whether it be with or they're in their life or they're not in their life. What do we need to know? Okay, get this one too. Okay, we have you deserve love. This person is going to love you like no one else has. They care that you're happy. They care that you're healthy. They care that you're having fun. I feel like this person will help you laugh. I feel like your energy needs the lightness the airiness of laughter. I feel like you have a very intense mental space. Your Mercury may be majorly activated. And I'm feeling like you could have water in your Mercury. You could have fire. You could have air. Okay. And it's very active. The earth energy is going to be very grounding for you. So this person that I feel they may have a lot of earth in their chart, or they may have it in a particularly powerful place. I'm feeling Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And we have engagement. Okay, you guys, if you haven't engaged this person, you're going to. If you're with this person, they're already thinking about this probably in some way, like the next level. It doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are down for marriage or anything like that, but maybe they're thinking about you guys living together and being in each other's life on an ongoing basis. Maybe you guys are already here and you're talking about it. Maybe you're moving into being married, or maybe you have married. It's different for different people, but just know this is validation of your connection with this person. Okay. And we have stay optimistic about your love life. Okay, so if you're not with this person, it's important that you embrace this idea of this magical, powerful person coming towards you to help you with all your struggles, to help you accept yourself and your gifts and abilities. This person isn't going to want for you to dim. This is someone who you don't have to put a mask on for. This may be the person you're with. And Lilith is coming forward to tell you, you know, I know it's hard. There may be some kind of struggle that you guys are going through right now, but stay focused on your connection. You deserve this love that's coming in, that's around you, that's trying to help you heal. This person is concerned for you. If you're with them right now, they're concerned right now for you. Okay. I'm going to get a few more love messages here. For some of you guys, there is a love predictions for 2022 that you need to go watch that may have the energy of your person. For some of you, it does. It does have the energy of this person who's going to be approaching you. I don't like to use a timeline when I read because, you know, it's linear and it's based upon where you are and where your timeline is going and that kind of thing. But I was guided to do that one, so. But it could be that their energy approaches you in 2022, but doesn't really manifest until later. So just take what resonates there. Okay, we have romance. Cupid's arrow strike. So for some of you guys, this is coming for you, and it's powerful. This isn't like someone who's like, oh, I kind of want to date you. This is someone who's like, when they approach you, they're going to be like, you're it for me. There is something about you that I cannot resist. I am just drawn to you from a place within my vessel that I cannot even put into words. It feels like a primal spiritual drawing of another person, and you're going to feel it too, and it may make you uncomfortable, but that's okay. Being uncomfortable is not a bad thing. We as humans have to accept that being uncomfortable is not something to run from. It's something to embrace. If you're uncomfortable, it's because change is coming, right? Difference is coming. And we just embrace that and say, hey, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to whatever. You know, if it lingers, go get help. You know, that's what professionals are for. You know, the professionals have been, you know, trained and guided in ways to help get control of your mental space. You know, even if you don't agree with 100% of that kind of stuff, there are still methods that they use that are very useful in getting control of our filter, the filters that block us from the truth of ourselves. Okay, and we have, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. If you feel the person you're with is not your person, don't look at it as a wasted experience. There was something there for you to learn. There was growth that needed to happen. There were levels of awareness that needed to happen. Okay, so embrace that. And then we have acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. Okay, so there is the hand of the divine in play with your reality. Okay, and they are moving things around to get either you two together, to get you to the next level, or to get you to that person. It's different for different people. Lots of change for group 3 is coming through. And this is going to be positive. I don't feel like it's a negative kind of change. With the star here, this is about, you know, having faith, hope, love, believing in the impossible, knowing that miracles are for you. I also feel like this is your energy. This is what you're growing into, is this magnetic sun-like energy. You are not a sun though. You are a star. You shine in the darkness. People will see you. Your darkness is the key to your strength and the light. And I feel like you know this though. Many of you guys know everything that I'm telling you on another level. And our higher selves are just communing at this time to exchange energy. So it's really important that you take what resonates here and leave the rest behind. Now I'm getting guided to get a couple more messages from you, for you. I just have to find, there it is. Okay. The right deck. I have a lot of decks on my table right now. So, okay. Okay, Lilith, what else do we have for group 3? What else do they need to know? I'm going to pull 3 cards. Oh, wow. Okay. We have intention, wand. Okay. The power, you have a very powerful force of intention. So pay attention to what you pay attention to. Pay attention to where your mind goes, the things that you're wanting to do. Some of you guys are going to get downloads about certain magical practices, certain magical spiritual beliefs, certain rites and things like that. Explore it. Explore that space. It doesn't mean you have to do it if you're not guided to, but there's probably something there for you to learn or become aware of or connect from a past life. Okay, I'm going to get this card. We have imagination. Your imagination is a door and a gateway to your visionary space, to this other dimension where you commune with this energy. Okay, it's not the only energy you commune with. These people, or I don't want to say people, these beings that exist in 2 beings in 1 body, they interact with each other. They have their own collective, okay? They have their own kind of practice. They have their own way of thinking about the universe. These are ascended energies, okay? And some of these beings have incarnated in reality and have been like spiritual teachers. A lot of them, their partners were also these beings 2 in 1 body kind of thing. So just take what resonates here. I know some of these ideas are very outside the box, but hey, that's how it works. Okay. All right. We have, concealment. Okay. Now listen, I don't think they're going to reveal everything to you about this person manifesting or your person, because this is part of your journey, is to uncover secrets, uncover the forbidden knowledge within you, uncover your connection to this person. They want you to experience it. And if they told you, because you're highly psychic, by the way, if they told you everything that was going to happen, part of you may be like, I'm not going to do that. I don't like the way that sounds. You know, it may make you uncomfortable. So they want you to go upon your journey and feel your way through it. And when you get to this person and you feel it, you're going to be like, bingo, there's a manifestation. There's my validation. This person is going to validate you, okay, strongly. For a few of you, this is another person. This is like a third person, a best friend, or it even could be a triad situation where you're poly and this is your third person. So just take what resonates here and leave the rest behind. Okay, group 3, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. May the blessings of Lilith be upon you, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, guys.